After each enduring a misfortune, Jack Full, Ashton Kutcher, and Delight McNally, Cameron Diaz, go to Las Vegas for the opportunity to loosen up. A chance assembly turns into a night of drinking, which comes full circle in a hurried, booze-fueled marriage. The Another Day's laments and recriminations are capped off by Jack winning a $3 million opening machine big stake, which is presently community property. Back in modern York, a judge solidifies the reserves and powers Jack and Bliss to undertake and make the marriage work. Jack and Delight at that point start a cold war of plots, stratagems, and plans to induce the other to show terrible confidence and abandon their half of the money. But the relationship between the two slowly defrosts / and after that indeed warms. Seem their inebriated, unreliable wedding turn out to be the establishment of a genuine relationship? I was perusing Michael Phillips' audit of this film, as I hadn't had a chance to capture what happens in Vegas amid opening end of the week. As I was observing the film, I kept considering to myself, man, Phillips truly nailed it. On event, motion picture trailers are off base. I'm beyond any doubt you've experienced the same thing I have. Now and then, a motion picture trailer fare rubs you the off-base way and you discover yourself considering, this film is truly gonna suck. In this case, the motion picture trailer too nails it. What Happens in Vegas truly sucks. Featuring Cameron Diaz and Ashton Kutcher as a bungled combine who discover themselves waking up in Vegas having hitched after a night with 1 or 20 as well numerous drinks. The two concur to portion when Kutcher's Jack drops Cameron's Bliss. Critics note, Jack and Delight. Wince, quarter into a space machine and wins $3 million. Of course, it all closes up in court where the judge, Dennis Mill operator, sentences the two to 6 months of hard marriage. Man, I can still see Miller saying, difficult marriage. Disgusting. What takes after? And this is often where Phillips truly nails it, could be a arrangement of openings to mortify one another in which Jack about continuously gets the upper hand. As Phillips focuses out, isn't it odd to have a female screenwriter, Dana Fox, 27 dresses, be so sentenced in her mortification of the female lead. As Phillips states, that's what male screenwriters are for. That is correct, genuine enough. As much as I'd love to fall flat this film, against apparently unfavorably chances Kutcher and Diaz do have incuriously comedian chemistry and the film once in a while is very amusing. Whereas there's not an ounce of creativity within the script, What Happens in Vegas does oversee to sometimes engage. Tech credits make What Happens in Vegas seem like a low-budget Vegas porno much of the time, not that I've ever seen a low-budget Vegas porno, of course. A film way better cleared out to a life on domestic video. What Happens in Vegas is essentially the most recent in a long line of weak sentimental comedies from Diaz and secure, no acting required, parts from Kutcher. What Happens in Vegas? The same stuff you've seen in each B-grade sentimental comedy for the final 50 a long time. Well, short peeing within the sink. For charismatic party guy Jack Full and buttoned-up commodities dealer Delight McNally, a boisterous end of the week coincidentally shared in Las Vegas ought to have, by all rights, finished up being small more than a irregular obscure. That's, in the event that these two vacationing and used Yorkers didn't have a signed marriage permit gazing them in the confront to shockingly remind them of the mammoth misstep they took whereas feeling no torment, Vegas fashion. Stacking the deck, not as it were did Jack and Delight tie the tie after tying one on, but afterwards scored a mind-blowing $3 million in a space machine bonanza. Well, Jack won it, with Joy's quarter. At the machine she'd as of now been playing. Or was it the other way around? And whose plunder is it, besides? In that lies the abnormal hand managed this squabbling twosome, who take their pickle back to Manhattan as it were to be sentenced by the recalcitrant Judge Whopper to 6 months difficult marriage. In spite of the unfortunate dissents of Jack's best companion and lawful advised Steve, Hader, Whopper denies to allow Jack and Bliss an invalidation, solidifies the prize booty, and strengthens the unreliable couple to prove they have done everything humanly conceivable to form their off-the-cuff marriage work. This incorporates cohabitation, week-by-week counseling sessions, and doing something the old-school Whopper accepts Jack and Joy's era abhors to do, attempt. Something else, the judge ensures, the $3 million will remain caught up in a legitimate fight so long and costly that no one but the attorneys will ever see a penny of it. Jack and Delight take the snare, as it were, to find themselves bolted in an entertaining, patience-testing, panty-twisting amusement of wild one-upmanship. May the best, imagine life partner, win. Can Jack and Bliss survive their 6 months of married euphoria, without slaughtering each other, and eventually cash in for the enormous payoff? Or will the red-hot flashes that ricochet between them really touch off, turning a fake relationship into something genuine?
Thanks for watching our video. As we wrap things up, we want to say a big thank you for being a part of our awesome community. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future adventures.